Two software engineers, same college, same first company, same initial salary, let's say 4.5 lakhs. 15 years later, one is at 80 lakh, the other one is at 18 lakhs. What could have happened? It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not even hard work. They both worked hard, but the difference is compounding. And most people don't realize compounding applies to careers also, not just money. Hey everyone, welcome back to Krantify, where we simplify your tech journey with purpose and clarity. So let's break it down. I have watched this pattern for several years across startups, MNCs, and top tier companies, and have condensed what separates the compounders from everyone else into something I call the CCF, the Career Compounding Framework. Here is the core idea. Most people treat their career as a series of jobs, the next role, the next hike, the next company name on the resume. That model works well for the first 3 to 5 years, and every move genuinely teaches you something new. After that, it breaks down. So, what is the better model that actually explains the gap between 80 lakhs and 18 lakhs? See, a career is the accumulation of four forms of capital: skill capital, network capital, reputation capital, and optionality capital. Friends, there are primarily three decisions that compound your career super fast and help you grow in multiple forms of capital at the same time. Let's go through those decisions in detail. Decision number one: pick a domain and go deep into that. That is the single highest compounding bet. Not backend developer, not cloud engineer, not full stack developer. Something narrower, something specific enough that you can become one of the best at it. Here are some real examples. Let's say in data engineering, an AI expert in building real time streaming pipeline using Kafka and Spark for financial services. Another example could be in cloud migration, a specialist in moving legacy banking system to AWS, where every hour of downtime costs crore. Next one could be in AI implementation, an expert in deploying LLMs into enterprises, dealing with data privacy, compliance, and hallucination guardrails. Furthermore, can be in e-commerce, an expert in designing personalization and recommendation engines that serve 50 million users during a festival time, where 1% lift in conversion is worth lakhs per hour. These are domains narrow enough that within 5 years you can be one of the 50 best people in the country. And that's where the compounding comes. Once you are known on the person on a topic, the topic comes to you. Recruiters search for experts, founders reach out. You stop applying and people start finding you. The premium on depth has gone up in AI era, not down, because generalist analysis is what AI does very well. But deep judgment, built on years of domain specific experience, that is the part it cannot do. The person who goes deep became irreplaceable. The generalist become replaceable by a prompt. Most Indian IT professionals spend their first decade becoming good at many things. That feels safe, but safe is what caps you in 18 lakhs. And the 80 lakh person picks one thing and refuses to stop going deeper. Decision number two: build one deep network instead of four shallow ones. Most people think networking means having LinkedIn connections, conference badges, or exchanging card at events. That is not network. That is just a contact list. And contact lists do not compound. A real network has two parts of it. First, a trusted core network. There are 20 to 50 people who actually know your work. They have built and shipped code with you. They have survived a messy production incident at 2 a.m. with you. They trust your judgment because they have seen it in action, not because they saw your profile. These are the people you don't just contact occasionally, you stay genuinely connected with them over many years. And here is what makes the compound. When one of them becomes a CTO or a founder or a VP, the call comes to you. Not because you asked, because you were there when it mattered for them. Second, the wider network. People from the past companies, old managers, ex colleagues, clients, people who know your work but may not speak to you every week. However, you need to keep them warm. Many good opportunities come from this wider circle. Every senior professional I respect has this network. None of them build it through events. They build it through work, through project delivered together, through problems solved together, through hard situations survived together. So the question is, are you collecting LinkedIn connections? Are you building people who may remember your work 10 years from now? This is number three. This is the most asymmetric bet you can make. That is, build public visibility around something specific. Write, speak, build in public. Pick one and stay consistent. Now, here is the thing most people get wrong. The early returns are zero. You write 20 articles, nobody reads them. You give 5 talks, all to half empty rooms. It feels like shouting in the void. So most people quit. But then, after a year or two, suddenly you're getting inbounds from companies you have never heard of. 5 years in, your name is the answer to a specific kind of a question. Compounding feels slow at the start, but later it starts growing much faster. This is why I call it asymmetric. The downside of it, you spend few evenings writing, speaking, and sharing your ideas. But the upside, over time, the right opportunities start coming to you. Trust me, this channel you are watching right now is a part of my own public visibility bet. I have spent 25 years accumulating skill capital and network capital. Now I am building reputation capital in public around one specific thing, helping Indian IT professionals navigate their careers with clarity. You don't need to be expert on day one, but you need to be consistent. The expert is built in public and the audience builds alongside it. So let me bring these three decisions together because they multiply each other. When you go deep, you have something worth saying. When you build real relationship, you have people worth saying it to. When you build a public, the right people find you without chasing them. These three feed each other. Depth gives you credibility. Credibility strengthens your network. Network amplifies your visibility. Visibility attracts deeper opportunities. It's a flywheel. This week, I want you to do one thing. Identify the technical or functional domain you could go deeper genuinely into it. Maybe next 5 years. Not just software development, something specific enough that you could credibly one of the best. Write it down, and that is your compounding bet. Friends, that's it for today. Stay focused, stay patient, stay krantified. See you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.